welcome to Titanium Taras Tarot, and today I will be doing another insight, okay? So today's insight is all about how to use your intuition to pick a better timeline. Now, it is related to what I was talking about yesterday, right? But the difference is this time I'm going to go a little deeper into how to use your imagination to tap into a better timeline. So, I used to do this when I was a little girl. I used to love imagining, putting myself in different situations and imagining the outcomes. Now, generally speaking, I was more of a worrywart. So, I would generally have my imagination periods end badly or end more tragically. But, you can make sure to use your imagination to have them finish well, right? It's going to take a couple of times until you get into this new groove of doing things this different way, but it is definitely going to happen. It will take effort at first, and slowly but surely you'll get used to making your mind go in a specific direction. Now, this goes back to what I suggested prior, which is the 4 stages of learning, right? Which is unconscious incompetence, conscious incompetence, conscious competence, and conscious and unconscious competence. Let me say that again just to make sure that I said it right. So it's unconscious incompetence, conscious incompetence, conscious competence, and unconscious competence. And the one that you want to reach is unconscious competence, right? Where you don't even have to think about what you're doing, that you just do it automatically. But sometimes revisiting your process of how you achieve certain things are beneficial for you to review so that you make sure that nothing is falling through the cracks and that everything is on point. Now, the reason why I say this is because at first it's going to take some time, trial and error, trying to get everything on par, especially in regards to thinking in the right way in regards to whatever it is that you're trying to do. It might take some effort, it might take some time, but it is definitely going to happen, slowly but surely. And what I can say is that once you get to that point, once it has become unconscious competence of yours, you automatically will get into that right state of mind when imagining things, which is going to make everything so much better, right? Now, why I'm saying this is because when you foresee yourself, when you envision yourself, when you visualize yourself in a specific timeline with a specific way of thinking about things, that is what's going to get you in the right timeline. Now, if we dissect what I just said, okay, is that timelines are different probabilities. I want you all to think of this, okay? What is it that we as readers tap into when we are doing a reading? A probability. And a probability is 1 in 1,000, okay? There are so many probabilities happening at every single moment in your day, in an hour, that you can basically pull out a catalog, do like, and just be like, stop, and pick your probability and possibility and be like, okay, I'm going to concentrate on this. So what I mean by that is that you have complete control over what your perspective is going to be in any given timeline or any given moment. Meaning, you ultimately have the ultimate choice Are you going to be the worrywart? Are you going to be the person who is constantly complaining? Are you going to be the person who sees the cup half empty or the cup half full? You have the choice. You have a choice in the matter. Right? And those who say that, no, I don't, are the ones who are unconsciously incompetent and in choosing their timeline. Okay? So you pick your timeline you want, and everything will just rearrange itself around that choice that you make. And every single moment you are alive, you get to pick the timeline you pick. You get to decide what timeline you are going to follow, is basically what I'm getting at. Okay? So, ultimately, how you can use your imagination to get into the right timeline is by visualizing yourself in a timeline you want to be in first, and be like, okay, if I want to be in that timeline, what must I do? Must I don't know, like walking around like this and having a scowl on my face? Will that help? Or being open, having a smile on my face, being bright, cheery, and all that stuff, will that help me attain what I want? You need to think about these things. And yes, they say that the more detailed you get, the better. Maybe not in your visualization at first. What I want you guys to concentrate on is the emotion you are going to feel in your visualizations, not all the details, because all the details will come in and fill out afterwards. But you first have to make sure that you are on the right you are in the right headspace, you are in the right mood, you are thinking the right thoughts, you are in the right emotion, you are pre-paving the scene correctly. Okay? And once you pre-pave the scene correctly, once you set it up correctly, is what I'm trying to say, okay, everything else will just flow. Okay? And you also need to take into consideration, I say it will just flow because for some people, green makes them happy. Or maybe not this shade of green, maybe a different shade of green. Or maybe this shade of blue makes them happy, or not. Maybe they like to put on makeup every single day, or maybe they don't. Maybe they like to be au naturel, right? Or, which is natural in French. But you never know. So it's different for everyone. Your reality is going to be subjectively influenced by your thoughts and your emotion. So you need to, what I'm trying to say is that you don't need to think about all those details from the start. What you need to think about, the details you really need to think about are, how are you feeling in that moment? What will you emulate as an emotion? How will you be showing up in the world? Will you be showing up happy? Will you be showing out distressed? Will you be showing up pissed off? Who knows? You know, and let's not forget, some people like to feel pissed off. I don't know why, but some people revel in that. So that's generally why they tend to be happy, right? So everybody has their way of doing it, but what I want you guys to focus on is what makes you happy, because that is what is going to get you in the right timeline that you want. Okay? So, my gorgeous triple Ters, that is what I have for you guys tonight for this video series. If you like this, and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below, and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll have a little description of this video and the email you can send donations to on PayPal if you feel so called. And with that being said, my gorgeous triple Ters, I wish you guys all a very good night, and I will see you tomorrow, okay? Bye.